Anyway, so I guess we'll just go on to the next topic of discussion.
Okay.
I'll go next. Segue into that, because of the late Robin Williams, this got me thinking, but if you had your chance to bring anyone back to life, who would it be?
Okay, there's so many. I would want to bring back George Carlin, because he's hilarious, and he's a legend. I would bring back Chris Farley, obviously. I mean, we did not have enough Tommy Boys or Black Sheeps.
Yeah.
I
agree.
We needed way more of those. Those were amazing. Who else would I bring back? There are so many. Who would you bring back? I need more time to think.
Okay, all right, I'll need time to think. Well, before I tell you mine, I actually asked this to another friend of mine, and he told me that he would bring back Hitler. And here's why. He would enslave him and beat him and then make him work at a cafe where only Jews were at, so he would have to serve Jews. And I'm like, that is awesome.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. So you bring back, and then I try to talk to him and ask him, would it be pre-Nazi Hitler or post-Nazi Hitler? Mm-hmm. Because pre-Nazi Hitler, he was, from what I understand, is that he actually was a really good guy. He was a really good leader. He was he took okay, this is during Nazi Hitler, when he rallied everyone, really small nation, and he challenged the world with just the small nation of Germany. So in his own right, he was a good leader, but he was just the wrong type of leader.
Just kind of went downhill fast.
Yeah. And also, fun fact, everything that he was doing was actually legal until he went outside of Germany. That was when it wasn't okay. Is when he.
Well, I assume when you can write the laws, you can just make whatever you're doing legal, right?
Yeah.
I imagine that before he was in power, killing Jews was illegal. But once he was in power, he just kind of was like, it's legal now to kill the Jews if you want.
Yep.
I don't know.
Okay.
But I don't know the stipulation.
Well, there was no NATO back then.
Yeah. So I don't know. He probably decreed them as dirty and bad people, so that's why it was legal, because they were dirty and bad, which they're not. Jews are nice. They're good people most of the time.
I was like, how far is it gonna go with this?
Yeah. Anyway, so to go back to the conversation, who would you, Chris, bring back from the dead? Boy. Anyone comes to mind? That'd be cool. If I had celebrity, I'll go first. Even though I asked you.
Yeah. Well, I'm still thinking. I'd rather you go.
As a celebrity, I would want to bring back Brittany Murphy.
Yes.
I have a crush on her. I still do.
Is it the voice?
Pre-death.
Or
Pre-death.
Well, what is it about Brittany Murphy?
Good. No necrophilia.
Yeah. That's kind of weird.
It's like, she's hot, but when she died, she was super hot.
Yeah. Man, I was so much more into her. No, it was just everything about her. Just her looks, her big eyes, her voice. It just got me. It got me going. And I was really sad when I found out she died. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Because the weird thing is, I didn't know she died until a year or so after she actually died. Because I was
a good fan.
I wouldn't say I was a diehard fan, but I like seeing her in movies. Hey, that's Brittany
so you just
Murphy.
didn't notice that she was gone.
Yeah, and then 1 year I'm like, is Brittany Murphy doing anything still? I asked one of my friends that, and they're like, she's dead. I was like, what?
It's so long.
And I was so devastated. And so that was very, very sad. very sad day for me.
That is sad. I
when
think she
found
was
that out.
very pretty. I think she did
Right?
just
Thank
enough
you.
plastic surgery
Thank
too.
you.
Because
She had
but if
plastic
you,
surgery.
Yeah. Have you seen Clueless?
You're like destroying his like.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what? No, it was all natural. All natural.
Okay, it was all
La
natural.
la 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 la.
She just grew into her lips a little.
Great. Now I need to like bring up a picture. I need to see what she looks
Yeah.
like again. Anyway, so that's fine as long as I can see them and feel them. They're good. They're real enough for me.
I wasn't even talking boobs.
I'm not even talking
Yeah.
boobs.
Oh.
Like, I'm
that's
just.
the only thing I thought of. I was
But like it does
wait,
sound
did
like
we
I'm
bring
talking
up
about
boobs
that.
or something at some
No,
point?
no, but it does sound like I'm bringing that
Yeah,
up
it
because
does.
that's usually what it talks about if they're when someone says that
Yeah.
phrase.
Yeah.
But you said her lips. I'm like, well, if I can see them and touch them,
Oh, okay.
Like,
So
and
I
that's-
was the one who thought
Do you,
you were
do
talking
you touch
about
people's
boobs.
lips a lot?
it's like what with my lips.
Okay.
Ooh.
Not the whole, not a lot.
Not
Not
lips love?
no. I was back in middle school, but that's yeah,
Yeah.
good times.
You're out of that phase.
Yeah. Then I decided when I reached high school, which is stupid, because when I was in high school I decided like I shouldn't do that anymore. I should kiss people that I genuinely care about.
Mhm.
Okay.
But that was stupid because it's high school, right? I mean, it's high school.
Yeah.
That's what you do in high
People
school.
get more
right?
attractive typically. As they
Yeah,
get
exactly. But yeah,
So-
I was like, I guess I matured faster. I guess I was more of a girl that way. I matured faster,
older. Okay.
right? Because girls mature faster. Is that right?
Apparently, I don't know if I did, but
Did you
that's
see
what I
her?
hear.
Did I see her? No, I haven't watched
Okay.
it
You won't get it then. I was gonna quote her. She's like,
I'll get
there's
it.
a
yet.
woman.
Her the movie, not.
There's a woman inside you.
I don't
He
get
does
it.
it. Chris Pratt actually says it. You like Chris Pratt.
I do like Chris Pratt. He's a good
Yeah.
actor.
But it's
Yeah.
really awkward when he says that to him. He's like, it's like you're a dude, but you're part woman.
There are some good lines in that movie. That movie, I loved the pacing. It was just so,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
I
like
love movies
relaxing,
like that.
even though I don't
Yeah,
know.
the character development was very interesting, and I love
Pretty good.
futuristic movies too.
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
You should.
I will watch it.
Good.
Okay, I promise.
It takes
I will watch
I mean, a little bit of patience, but it's not like super
not an action movie,
action-packed. Yeah. You have to.
No,
kind of
I
just
know
wanna
it's a
chill.
drama.
Yeah.
I understand that it's.
Kind of like Lost in Translation. You ever watch that?
I did.
That's a good one too.
I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Very, very dry humor. Very just like it's
Maybe I should
Like-
watch that then.
like one of
Should.
the
I love Bill Murray.
one
And
of
I
the
think you do
parts
too, right?
that I thought was hilarious.
I haven't seen
Like
that one, though.
he's in like China or Japan, like Hong Kong maybe.
Something like that.
But he's tall. He's taller than everyone, and he's
Okay.
staying in this whole hotel. And the shower, it like goes up to his chest, and so he has to like kind of bend down a little bit, and then he like tries to take it and like
Splash
splashes
himself.
on himself. And that part is so funny to me, and it's just like it's just so funny. It's just a stupid little funny thing,
Yeah.
but yeah. If that yes, so that's what I would bring
Okay,
back.
I would bring back. I haven't thought about it all that much. Heath Ledger probably,
Yeah.
Nice.
because he was just. Man, that's just the worst time to go. Like he was about to take off
Yeah,
and just skyrocket.
Mhm.
His career was just on the brink of becoming huge,
yeah.
Yeah.
and just the wrong time, man.
I think he did such an amazing Joker, and I don't know anyone who would disagree with me. So
Mhm.
I feel confident saying that. That's not a controversial statement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like if you don't think he did like the best Joker, like one of the best roles of all time, then like you're just
Definitely.
wrong. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say to you.
Yeah, I think a lot. No, I completely agree with you. Yeah.
Brokeback Mountain?
I didn't see that one.
I actually
I
didn't
don't-
either. I just
yeah,
wanted to bring it up.
Like
And
everyone
Brokeback
only knows that
Mountain.
it's about gay cowboys. Like no one, I feel like, has actually watched it. Everyone's just like, oh yeah, the gay cowboy movie.
It's
No,
just a
I-
punchline. That's
Yeah,
all it is.
Exactly.
No, I had a teacher, an acting teacher in my first college I went to.
Okay. How many colleges have you been to?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But he was like when it first came out, he was like raving about it, like it's so good. But I'm like, it's about
And the
two gay
Batman
cowboys. Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. Yeah, and that's where Heath Ledger got his. Not Heath Ledger, but Christian Bale got his like, oh yeah, I should do that for Batman.
Yeah.
But no, he talked about it like the whole time that it was like just out. Like it's amazing, it's so good, cinematography, story, acting, so good, which it won awards. So I will believe it, but I don't want to see that.
You'll believe what?
That it's a good movie because it won awards. Like it won like best
Yeah.
cinematography and like best actor and stuff.
Like you'll believe it, but you don't want to believe it.
You don't want to watch it.
Like
I
you haven't
don't-
seen it.
What?
I'm so
No,
confused
no,
around.
he
No,
hasn't
like
seen it.
I haven't seen it, but
You
I
haven't
will.
seen The Dark Knight.
No, Brokeback Mountain.
Okay. I was so lost. I didn't realize we were still talking about Brokeback Mountain.
You've already blocked it out. You've already moved on.
I was like,
You've passed on.
yeah, literally, like the extent of my Brokeback Mountain knowledge is like a Family Guy joke. But,
Yeah.
like the horse peeks in the tent, and he's like, "Do you guys want breakfast?" And he's like, slowly leaves.
I remember that. That is a good one.
Sorry. Oh yeah. So great cinematography. So you just believe that it's a good movie.
Yeah, because it won
Trust
awards.
the experts.
So I'm like, I'm sure it's technically a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just don't want to.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I feel like he did like decent roles. Like, A Knight's Tale was a decent movie. Like, it was okay. It wasn't.
Have you seen 10 Things I Hate About You?
A long
That's
time
like
ago.
that's like
the Matthew McConaughey.
I want to say no. What?
That was How to Lose a Girl in 10
Yeah,
Days.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Or a guy.
No,
Okay,
this
How to Lose a
one
Guy
was
in 10
like
Days.
when he was still. He was either still a teenager or he was like in his early 20s, and that was like his first lead role.
Okay.
And same with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
He was in that movie?
Yeah, he was in that movie.
Okay.
And
Love it.
like
Is he
Love
good
it, love
looking?
it.
what?
Yes.
Okay.
He is.
Just want like I think that he is, but it's hard to
Think
know.
what?
I was like, is Joseph Gordon-Levitt good looking?
He's good looking.
He's from what I gather is that he's good looking in like kind of a nerdy type way.
Yeah.
Like he's not like jock attractive.
Well, yeah.
But he's like he could do my homework. Not that I've been checking him out that way.
Right.
But I just know like he's attractive, but in a nerdy kind of way.
Because like occasionally I'm like, that guy's probably really good looking, and then like girls are like, no, not him, and I'm like, oh, whoops.
It's
I don't
weird.
know. I
It's
can't
it's
tell.
like it's like an he's good looking, but in a normal guy / nerdy way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like he's not superficial or fake.
Right. He's not like a 10, but he's probably.
He's an attractive guy you could date, right?
Yeah.
See?
And have
I'm
him
like
tutor.
Egan, you're like
Yeah,
have
he
him
could
tutor and
tutor me.
like make out or like pull around a little bit while we do our
Exactly.
homework.
Exactly. So yeah.
My college fantasies are all coming true. No, I think he's really cute, especially in Inception. I thought he did a great job in that, and he was also in 50 Days of Summer, 500 Days of
500
Summer.
Days.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That is in my top 5 best movies of all time.
Definitely.
Yeah, I absolutely love that movie.
It's great.
Yeah, it is.
Kind of sad though.
I say it's a hopeful movie
Yeah.
because it is sad,
because
but
of autumn. at the
yeah,
end?
yeah, at the end, like
That was
because
very
like so
poetic.
it gets.
Spoiler alert.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
Just kidding.
What?
If you haven't seen it
Spoilers.
at this point, it's your own fault.
Yeah.
Autumn comes after summer. What's the big deal?
Get it?
Right?
That's all I was saying.
Get it? It's
Oh, I
fine.
actually never made that connection. I just like, just girls with the names of like the seasons.
Uh-huh.
That's all I thought it was. But yeah, I never really made that connection that autumn comes after summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hilarious.
random trivia. Hmm.
I feel like we should probably give like some person who actually did good in the world to bring back
Instead
to
of just
life.
actors.
Yeah, instead of like actors we love.
For our own
mean,
amusement.
but I'm not
in
like
reality,
really into
we just
it.
want entertainment.
Yeah, we do.
That's what we need.
We do.
Like, I mean,
Let's
other
see.
people can wish him back. Or
Yeah.
other people back, like
Yeah.
Gandhi or I don't know who.
Yeah, Gandhi.
Yeah.
Or Santa Claus. I'll bring him back to life.
I need
He's
him
real. I don't believe what any of you say. He just died.
He's just died.
But he's still real in all of us.
Did he
Back
make
Wow.
that,
Wow.
was
He's
it like
getting a little emotional.
is the Weird Al song like real? The Night Santa Went Crazy.
I
You
don't
remember that song?
Oh, I remember that song. Yeah, I could remember.
There's 2
what it
versions. One where Santa dies, and like a hail of gunfire.
I
He
remember
murders
that,
like
yeah.
every reindeer.
Yeah.
That
That's-
would be a
that's a good
sad
one.
way to find out Santa's not real.
No, okay.
Devastating.
Yeah. It
Okay.
goes down to like in that what's that Texas massacre thing?
Chainsaw Massacre.
No,
Texas
the
Chainsaw.
No, the real one that actually happened, where they had they were holding out in that building. It's named after the town.
Oh, Waco?
Waco, yeah. It's like the Waco thing, but with Santa.
Oh, man.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
This took a dark turn.
Oh, yeah. Okay, do you know what makes me mad? Since it's kind of in the same subject. Kind of. Because, okay, this deals with Robin Williams. I respect the fact that this is going to sound bad, but I respect the fact that he died, and I am sorry that he did die, because it is a sad thing. Death is a sad thing.
Yes.
But I think people who didn't know him are, on, social media, they're like, oh, he meant so much to me. I'm like, did he really mean that much to you? He's in a TV show. He had his own TV show. Most people don't know that. But before,
Robin Williams?
Yeah.
Morgan Mindy.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I saw it, but that was forever
That's
ago.
old school.
No,
yeah.
no, new. That's what, since he
Oh.
wasn't in any movies, he was in his own TV show with, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Oh, okay.
For, TNT or
from
something.
Buffy?
Yeah. I think it was her. Anyway, it was, him and her.
Okay.
And so, a lot of people don't know that. And so I'm like, so you really don't know what he was doing, except for, some good movies that he was in.
Right.
And so it's he did so much for me,
Yeah.
okay, I don't know you personally, so you might have watched Hook or Mrs. Doubtfire or Aladdin and been it really moved you and really changed your life. If it did inspire you, good for you. But if not, stop lying and saying, oh yeah, and he meant so much. He was a good actor. He did great things, but did he change the world? Did he change the way we act? Did we change the way he was just a really funny guy who did bring joy to people, and I do respect that. I respect him and what he did. But it's just, I hate people keep posting things he changed my life this way, and basically I feel they're lying. They're
I think... Sorry, were you done?
yeah.
Okay. I just think it's...
I'm done with my rant.
I think it speaks to the degree that all of us kind of humanize celebrities and feel because we watch all these movies and interviews and TV shows, and we get this sense of human intimacy that is actually not physically there, but it kind of plays tricks on your mind a little bit, because you feel like you actually know them and you're on this journey with them. I mean, just watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I feel like I know all of them, and I'm not ashamed. Okay, I am a little bit ashamed to say that, but it's weird how it does that to you. So when people, my friends and family were even posting stuff about Robin Williams, and I'm kind of thinking, well, did you know him? What?
It's
I don't understand.
I haven't heard you ever mention Robin Williams. You know what I mean? It's
right.
Yeah.
But
And and he hasn't done a movie for a while, so it's you don't know what he was doing. He could have died then, within a year, and you wouldn't have known. You'd be like, oh, okay. And then
Exactly.
and then you would have had my Brittany Murphy moment. When I wonder what he's up to. Oh, he died.
Google search. Oh, dang.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess that's my. That was my little rant, and I do understand what you're saying. It's just, and maybe they're just hearing about it, because I know a lot of people, they're not into newsy things or Facebook or social media, and so things don't travel as quickly. But
Right.
I just keep seeing posts from the same people the next day or 2 days later. I think it's been at least 2 days.
I still miss Robin
So
Williams.
here's another meme of him that means a lot to me. I get he's gone, and I feel bad that he's gone, because like I said, he was really good, and I will miss him. But maybe it's just me. It's death is a part of life.
Yeah.
And so we should respect them and his family, and give but
Positive thoughts.
Yeah.
But then we need to move on.
Well, it is a little fresh still, so I don't know if we should move on
It
this
happened this
second.
week.
I'm still mourning him, so.
Okay. All right. But you didn't know him though. That's
totally
my main thing is you didn't know him personally, so you. I guess it's just maybe I'm just
But now we know,
disconnected
Nick,
that way.
we'll never see a Jumanji 2.
Right.
So we're mourning.
Or Mrs. Doubtfire 2.
Yeah.
Dang
There's
it.
all these sequels that we'll never see.
Or Dead Poets Society 2.
Yeah. I heard
And I thought it was
anyone
funny.
wanna see that?
that. Yeah.
And I thought it was funny. A friend brought up to me that people are quoting him in Dead Poets Society, quoting
It's
quoting,
like a quote
Exactly.
quoting a poet.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Yeah.
Not
As if he came
that
up
one.
with
It's the one where he kneels down and like all of his classmates, I don't know, his students come by and he's like, poets like we need poets because poets are part of life. They're like they create love and passion and all that stuff. But we need engineers because they make things possible for us to live in. Houses and whatnot.
It sounds like a really long quote.
It
Yeah.
is. It's a poet thing. But then at the end he's like, and so you need to they're like everyone has their own verses in the world. What's going to be your verse? And so they're like posting that a lot. I'm like, that's a good quote. But yeah, my friend brought it up to me. That's kind of funny that they're quoting a quote that he said, quoting someone else. So it actually wasn't his
Yeah.
quote that
Right.
he said.
And he actually had a lot of good personal quotes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think people should celebrate those more
so.
than just his role as an actor in some movie and something he was told to say.
Yeah.
Because I think he was a very interesting person, super eccentric and
Yeah.
funny and brilliant and all those great things. But it's sad that it takes someone's death for us to appreciate that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
where was any of that before? Nobody was talking about him. Nobody cared.
Yeah.
But the second something tragic happens, and his death was super tragic, now suddenly we all care, which is great. I mean, it
Yeah.
shows that we have compassion as a society, and
Yeah.
it kind of unites us all.
I agree.
But at the same time, it's like, does death, is that the only thing that makes us realize or notice stuff like that?
Yeah, what I did is I ended up following Zelda Williams. That's Robin Williams' daughter. And I ended up following her on Twitter, and then I don't know if she read it. She probably didn't. But I actually wrote to her and said that I am extremely sorry for your loss. That's like all I said.
Good.
So yeah, because I do feel bad, and that like I said, death is a terrible thing.
Yeah.
But so yeah, wow, we really
Yeah.
went off.
I think, well,
the end
just one more thing. I think
Okay.
something that's kind of good that came about of it is, like, because other celebrities have died, like Chris Farley and these other ones, that, like,
Yeah.
they died of an overdose of something. Like,
Mhm.
Philip Seymour Hoffman, but, like, no one ever really, like, you blame it on the drug overdose when really,
Yeah.
like, that's not what, like, caused it.
Right.
Like, they were, like, doing something because of, like, depression.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, there's nothing, like, with the Robin Williams thing that you can say, like, oh, well, like, it was just drugs. Like, he overdosed on accident. Like, it wasn't an accident. Like, he did it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so I think it's good because it, like, sheds some more light on depression, where as
Yeah.
a society, like, we don't really like to recognize it or talk about it. And even so, like, there's a lot of stupid things that people are saying about it now that it's happening.
Yeah.
But I think it's something that's it's kind of nice that it's, like, getting brought into light so that people who do suffer from depression don't feel, like, as alone. I
Right.
guess.
Yeah.
I think it's a little less taboo to talk about. The more this kind of stuff happens, it brings those kinds of issues to the surface, and we can talk about it, and it can be part of the conversation. And yeah, it's not just drugs. I mean, the reason people do drugs is because they're missing something in themselves, and where does that come from? And everybody has their own reasons, so it's just really sad. It's sad that his wife didn't notice anything. I'm not blaming her. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, where was his support system? Where was people like that? It could have been avoided.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, when I was thinking about it, I mean, all it takes is, like, the wrong place, the wrong mentality at the wrong time. Like, you can't really, like, blame any certain person, like, oh, if he would have been there, like, he would still be alive. Like, if he was going to do it, he was going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like, he could have been just, like, on the wall for a long time, and, like, it was just happened to be that time that no one was around.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's easy to play the blame game, I think, whereas, like, in reality, there's no one to blame but him.
Yeah.
And I don't even think it's necessarily, like, a bad thing. Like, if he really was in that much pain, like, maybe that was the best out for him. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that got pretty dark pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I just want to say one more thing.
Okay. Wow.
I like a quote that he did say that I really like because it talks to me is, oh shoot, what is it?
Spit it out, Nick.
There I go. Forgetting messing up quotes. All right.
Yeah, this build up and
yeah. Oh, the suspense is killing you guys, huh? No, he said like what I used to think the worst feeling in the world is being alone, but really it's being around people that make you feel alone.
Oh, yeah.
Like that quote, like that's so true. Like that speaks to me. Well, when I first read that, I read that like a few years ago. I'm like that is true because for me, I experienced that like honestly, almost I won't say all the time, but frequently I feel that because like yeah, it's either I go in groups where I'm where I feel like an outcast and I feel like I don't belong, but I'm around a lot of people. I'm in a very social setting and everyone's having fun, but I'm like I still feel alone, like it's not
right.
But
you sound like an introvert.
I am. Like, fun fact, most actors are.
Really?
Yeah, most actors
most
are.
Creative types are.
Yeah, are introverts.
Maybe because they're in their head so much, and
Probably.
it allows them to really dig deep into those kinds of emotions and stuff.
And I do overthink things. I do. I am in my head a lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah. There's that. So let's move on to another topic. We really segued
All right, yeah, let's
into
bring
something
this
else.
back
Yeah.
up.
So,